You turn off the lights, close your eyes, and expect to sleep for a solid 8 hours. When you suddenly wake up, the clock reads 2 a.m. Your heart rate creeps up. You stare at the ceiling, assuming your body is malfunctioning. For over 300,000 years, your ancestors experienced something entirely different. They lived in a world without a single light switch. When the sun dipped below the horizon, they were plunged into near total darkness. In that darkness, human vision is remarkably poor, and we were sharing the savanna with leopards, hyenas, and lions, nocturnal hunters perfectly adapted to move in complete silence. How did a slow, night-blind primate manage to survive an 8-hour stretch of extreme danger out in the open every single night? Survival depended on a third phase of the day, a highly active, culturally rich, and biologically staggered period of time that modern society has since erased. The foundation of this third phase was fire. A burning campfire creates a circle of safety roughly 30 feet in diameter. It triggers a hardwired instinct in large predators to stay away, giving humans a reliable wall of light against the dark. That light extended the human schedule, adding usable hours to the end of every day, allowing people to cook food and eat late meals together. During the day, 80% of hunter-gatherer conversation is purely practical, focused on logistics, hunting, and gathering. But at night, the chart flips. Fireside conversation shifts to storytelling, myths, and jokes, accounting for 81% of talk. The physical spaces they chose amplified these stories. The deep, low-frequency resonance of cave walls altered the perceived emotional weight of their voices, turning the nighttime into a sensory performance. These firelit hours acted as the original theater for human imagination. Complex language and culture developed directly out of this extended communal time. Eventually, the stories wind down and the fire burns low. The camp needs to sleep, but without the flames, the group is once again exposed to whatever is moving in the brush. This timeline graph illustrates our biological solution: staggered chronotypes. Human bodies naturally evolve to fall asleep at different times. Some sleep deeply early in the night, while others stay awake late, ensuring roughly a third of the group is awake at any given moment. The people awake in those pockets of time acted as passive sentinels. They listened to the free alarm systems built into the savanna, the sudden silence of birds, or a troop of baboons screaming in the trees, to detect threats before they arrived. And they were awake because of a concept called biphasic sleep. Historical records, like the illuminated prayer and court texts seen here, document that humans naturally slept in two distinct chunks, a first sleep and a second sleep. Between these two phases was a period of 1 to 2 hours of quiet wakefulness. People used this time to reflect, add wood to the fire, or talk quietly with whoever else was up. When researchers removed all artificial light from a group of participants, exposing them to 14 hours of darkness every night, their bodies reverted to this pattern within weeks. Without any instruction, they simply began waking for 2 hours in the middle of the night, before returning to sleep until dawn. That 2 a.m. wakefulness is not a malfunction. It is an ancient survival program executing exactly as it was designed to. This natural rhythm survived right up until the Industrial Revolution. As gas lamps and then electric bulbs spread through cities, the hours of darkness shrank, and that ancient third phase began to vanish. Factory schedules then compressed our fluid, multi-phase night into a rigid, mandatory 8-hour block of sleep. Productivity during the day became the priority, and the middle of the night became an inconvenience. Human evolution moves much slower than human industry. Your nervous system never received the update that the predators are gone. When you hear a sudden noise in the dark, your heart still pounds because your biology is still listening for threats on the savanna. So the next time you find yourself staring at the ceiling in the middle of the night, you don't need to panic. That wakefulness is just the ghost of first and second sleep trying to assert its natural rhythm. Treating segmented sleep strictly as a medical disorder ignores 300,000 years of successful human biology. Human sleep is flexible. If we can let go of the stressful pursuit of a perfect, unbroken 8 hours, we might actually find some peace in the dark hours that made us human.